Did I put on this onesie in order to feign the passage of time? Maybe. You'll never know. Um, so also I realized because I have New Moon and Catching Fire on here, Twilight and Hunger Games respectively, but those are for a separate video, like those don't get their own individual videos. You will note that those are the seconds of both of those books. I have read the first ones, but those two books get two separate videos of their own, separate also from this. And I will actually be able to do Hunger Games soon because I've read Mockingjay and I have no intentions of reading the prequel book that she put out. Suzanne Collins can be a little long-winded, but because of the way I did my list, I was actually incorrect. Dragon Tides is 13 and From the Darkness is 19 out of 21. So, yeah. But the next book that we are doing is the second Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book. It is The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I tried to only write down the things that were important. It's still a lot, but I got it down to 1 page. This book is less than 200 pages long. So, yeah, okay. This book is hard to chart for a channel like this. Chapter 1 is a recap of everything that happened in the last book. So, Zaphod is now ex-president. The Vogons, we find out that they were ordered to destroy the Heart of Gold. The ship also won't take them to the restaurant. Like, they want to go to the restaurant at the end of the universe, but the ship won't take them there. Arthur ordered tea, and the ship was trying to figure out what tea was while the Vogons tried to, like, take aim at them and kill him. So, I don't know how this happened, but somehow they end up asking Zaphod's great-grandfather, Zaphod the Fourth, for help. Do not question the numbering. He is not now Zaphod the Seventh. He's just Zaphod. Time travel. He helps them. The Vogons, for some reason, do not want the meaning of life known. Don't know why. Zaphod and Marvin end up missing for some reason. Zaphod is an Ursa Minor Beta, and I'm not sure what he's up to. The building he's in is being bombed, and Zaphod needs Zarniwoop? The building is being taken because they found Zaphod, and he's on the most evil planet in the universe. Alright. Most of the book is just kind of pleasant nonsense. At one point, there's something about an elephant falling from the sky. Like, it realizes it's alive and that it's an elephant as it's falling from the sky, and then understands that it's falling from the sky and accepts the fact that it's going to die. It's really weird. Yeah. So, Zaphod finds Zarniwoop, and, Zarniwoop is the one who arranged everything? Zaphod is the most important person and like takes him to like the real universe, but it's the same, and they find the Heart of Gold. The Heart of Gold finds him. I don't know what all of that was. They go to the restaurant, and like, because it's the restaurant at the end of the universe, they like half die sort of, but I guess the restaurant is like traveling in space or trapped in some sort of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey temporal shift, as the doctor would say, or some whatever the fuck that is. So yeah, he let me just say right now that I think a lot of these books, except for Petticoats and Piracy, are going to be 2 books per video, because a lot of these books I did not make it all the way through because it just, some of these books were so annoying, except for Petticoats and Piracy, and probably also Gatekeeper's Bride. But we'll get there when we get there. Zaphod is really annoying. Arthur reads like a side character. Everything is confusing, but in a funny and entertaining way. Yo no sé, tú lees y dime que tú crees. Yo no sé. A Beautiful Nightmare was a piece of shit, and I did not like it. I don't like books where I can't tell what the format is and what's going on. If It's called A Beautiful Nightmare, Twisted Betrayal, and it's by Victoria D. Johnson, and it came out in 2019. It's supposed to be women's fiction and urban fiction. It also says African American, which I didn't really realize. Like, I don't... The book doesn't seem to have chapters. It's just characters talking about an event, but I don't know what the event is. I don't know who anyone is. I don't know how these characters are related to each other. That's not what I mean when I say that the plot needs to get started. I still need to know what happened. The Watchtower series. I'm not going to include a thumbnail for The Beautiful Nightmare because I don't feel like it. But the Watchtower series. So, I was reading Sympathy for a Demon, which is 10th on the Wouldn't Read Again list. Also, Beautiful Nightmare is 20th. I was reading Sympathy for a Demon, and halfway through that book, I just looked up from my Kindle and went, wait a minute, I don't care. Like, yeah, I can tell you how far I got, though. There was a maelstrom coming, Barb is in hell, Martin is magic, and there's also the cop from Charmed. Okay, so Martin goes out with one of his friends to do non-supernatural things. His friend gets killed by something supernatural, and Marvin hates it. So he's also living at Terran Global now, which is nice. The thing that killed his friend was a siren. There have been more attacks. And the siren belongs to Boss Lady's sire, which is like the guy who created her. And also, Barb is not in hell. I realized the description was a little bit confusing. It says that one of their friends was in hell. I don't remember who Solane is. So, and Jezreel can search her sire's memories, but she doesn't want to for some reason. Barb is also going to go and rescue Selene. The cop from Charmed is probably going to get fired. Apollo and Artemis are doing something. There are lots of story threads. I didn't care. Like, I think the novelty of the book wore off for two main reasons for me. This is just for me. Martin being special and not just being some human dude caught up in all of this really crushed it for me, because that was part of the novelty. That's what makes Arthur so great. He's just some human caught up in all of this. He didn't ask for any of this, but he stays, not Arthur, Martin. Martin stays because he's a good person, and also he needs a job. But that kind of wore off for me. And also, it just feels like side plot after side plot after side plot. I'm not entirely sure what the main plot is. I don't know how Boss Lady's sire is related to all of this. I don't know what the cult that they were tracking is doing. And now Artemis and Apollo, they haven't been here in 2 books. So, but yeah. So I'm not going to continue the Watchtower series. It just lost a lot of its novelty for me, unfortunately. So, yeah. Also, I've taken to rating each series, like their books in the series, like based on how much I like them. So, at the beginning of the next video, I'm going to tell you what those are, because I think that could be fun. So yeah.